Hi, I'm Tom Zelenka. Now, I'm just a beginner in the kitchen. In every episode of Carolina Cooking, I meet a different chef from a famous restaurant in the Carolinas who'll teach me to cook their secret recipes in just 30 minutes or less. Really good.
Welcome to Carolina Cooking, shot on location at the Mansion on Forsyth Park and the 700 Kitchen Cooking School. Now, here's your host, Tom Zelenka.
Hi, welcome to Carolina Cooking. I'm your host, Tom Zelenka. This is the show where we find the best chefs from the best restaurants all around North and South Carolina, and we bring them here to teach you and me their incredible recipes. Today, we're doing Carolina Low Country Seafood Paella. We got some mussels in here. We have some shrimp in here. I'm no chef, folks. I don't know how to make paella, so we have enlisted a lot of help. We have the executive chef from Arpa-Spanish Tapas bar to help us out. Tom Condren is here. Tom, I appreciate you coming. And this right here is primarily what, a Spanish dish?
It is. Its originality is Spanish, and paella is named after the pan that it's cooked in.
Okay.
This is a paella pan.
Ah, paella pan. We have one over here too. And it looks like this, it's got dimples on the bottom.
Right.
And what are the dimples for?
It's to help the rice not stick during the cooking process.
I gotcha. Okay, and so this is a paella pan, and that's what gives it its name. Alrighty. So, do we begin with the pan, or do we begin with the shellfish? Where do we begin?
Actually, we begin with the broth. We've made a little fish stock. You can use clam juice or whatever, but we made a nice little fish stock made up of some grouper, the bones of the grouper and everything. Okay. And right there, you're going to want to add some saffron to that.
Saffron. Now, I know a little something about saffron. The most expensive spice in the entire world. Is that right?
It is. It comes from the crocus plant. And one stem only comes out of the crocus plant, and they can't pick it it can only be picked by hand.
Really?
Which makes it most expensive.
So how much saffron do we have here? What's the price on this amount of saffron?
Probably about close to $100. Right
really?
There. Yeah, it's pretty expensive, but it's pretty good.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. So you want to do a good pinch in there?
Just a pinch?
A good
pinch.
Just
what, about $10 worth, $20 worth?
Let's go 50.
$50 worth, all right. Woohoo! Alrighty, so a pinch of saffron right there, $50 right there in the pot, and another $50 right there in the pocket. And pawn shop, I could get $50 for this, you sure?
I don't know about that. I don't think they know what it is, to tell you the truth. Right.
Okay, so
for your family.
All we have to do is put that in there, and that just sits and goes.
Right, then we're just going to let that cook, so we're going to turn that and take that over here.
Alrighty, and what is the next step?
Next step is we're going to go ahead and sear off some of our fish. But first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to make a little mixture of chopped parsley, some chopped garlic, and some sea salt. So
this would be parsley?
Right. All you do is put some parsley down.
You want a bunch of it?
Yeah, that's good. And then a pinch of garlic in there.
Pinch of garlic in there, okay.
And a good pinch of salt right on top.
Good pinch of salt right on top.
And just go ahead and start chopping away.
Okay. And why are we doing this?
This is just making a little mixture which is going to help season the rice.
Okay.
So you can put it in a mortar and a pestle if you had one and make a nice little paste out of it.
Oh, okay.
But if you chop it really fine by hand, you can do the same thing.
Oh, so you want it really fine.
As fine as you can get it.
I'm doing this good?
Yep, perfect.
Alrighty. Finer?
That's good, perfect.
Okay.
And then we're just going to scoop that into here.
There. Okay.
I'm going to put a little oil in the pan right here, and what we're going to do is cook the mussels next.
Now, do you have any idea how much the price of this parsley and garlic is in here?
I would say about 30 cents.
30 cents?
Yeah.
Think I could get that at the pawn shop?
I think you can get it at your grocery store, that's for sure.
Alrighty. Alright, so that's in there.
So what we did,
that's for later, right?
We add a little oil to the pan.
Alright.
You want to take your mussels and just throw your mussels right in there.
These are mussels right here.
They are.
Okay. And just right in?
Pour them right in. Up.
Alrighty.
Okay, shake that around.
Just shake them.
You want to add a little bit of either water or you can add a little broth to that, just right there.
Okay. Are we alarmed that it's smoking so much?
No, you want to go ahead and throw that in there now, though?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we're just going to close it.
Watch out.
That's enough. That's enough.
Hang on. Okay. Put the lid on there.
Now we're just going to close it and let these steam. About 30 seconds, these mussels are going to pop
30
open.
seconds. Wow.
They
okay. Alrighty.
So what we're going to do, we're going to let these guys pop open. We're going to put this over to here.
Okay.
And we're going to go ahead and saute up our fish.
Saute our fish. So a little more oil.
Just a touch of oil.
Okay.
And a touch of oil in here.
Alrighty.
Now you're going to go ahead and saute up the grouper.
The grouper. And that goes in the front one?
Yep, and now be careful. You don't want to splash yourself.
Grouper here, grouper there.
Grouper in the back one right there.
All right.
And that's also monkfish as well. Grouper and diced monkfish.
Get in there, boys.
Perfect. And then you want to go ahead and...
so this is grouper and monkfish?
Yep, just want to go ahead and just let that cook in there a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Okay, then you want to go ahead and cook your shrimp.
Okay.
And your head-on prawns, yep.
Okay. All right. Woo, and they got their heads on.
They are. That's where all the flavor is.
Oh, okay.
And just throw those in there as well.
Got a few extras down there.
Okay. Now what you want to do is hit a little salt and pepper to both of these pans.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And my pepper. Hang on. Let's go get pepper. Alrighty. Okay. And we come back. We keep it as far away from us as we possibly can. Because you know how dangerous pepper can be. Alrighty. And a little pepper in there.
Right. And then you just want to stir around a little bit.
And our mussels, are they okay?
They are. They're looking great.
Ooh, they've already opened up?
You can. As soon as they open, they're done. And you want to go ahead and take them out.
Okay.
If any mussels doesn't open while you're cooking
That's a bad
discard them.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
So our mussels are done.
Got a little smoke. All right. Now, if you see at any point we're going to need the fire extinguisher, you just holler out something, okay?
I will.
Right.
I think we'll be okay, though.
Okay, great.
So these shrimp are done. We're going to put those off to the side right now.
Okay.
So we're going to put that right here.
All right.
And then move your grouper and that stuff back. Let's just put a touch more oil in there.
Okay. And this is our grouper monkfish, right?
It is. And then you just want to just get in there and stir that around a little bit.
And what does grouper taste? Well, actually, what does monkfish taste like? I've never had
monkfish is also known as the poor man's lobster.
Okay.
It's the texture of lobster.
Okay.
Like lobster.
And a bigger question, where do I find a giant butter knife like that?
This is, well, you can get this at any cooking school.
Okay, and just look for giant butter knives?
That's exactly
it's in the
it.
giant butter knife section. Okay,
nice spatula.
So all our fish is fini?
Yep, all our fish is ready to go.
Okay.
And our next process is going to be going and start our rice dish itself.
All righty, fantastic. Well, we'll do that when we come back with Carolina Cooking. Ooh, a little smoky here.
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Hi, welcome back to Carolina Cooking. I'm here with Tom Condren from the Arpa-Spanish Tapas Bar, and we have our paella pan here on the stove, getting a little hot right there. And we finished up our shellfish, finished sauteing all our shellfish. So what's the next step?
Next step is to add a little olive oil to the paella pan.
Okay. All right. Good?
That's good.
Yeah. All right.
And then we're going to go ahead and add our onions,
okay,
our peppers, and our tomatoes. But
this
one at a time.
This is red pepper right here?
That is red pepper.
Okay, so.
About half of that.
All right, onion.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Red peppers are
red
these?
Red peppers, yep. You want to
okay.
add just a little bit of that, probably about like a quarter of that.
Quarter of this.
Yep, okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then a little bit of tomatoes as well, the same amount as.
And these are our tomatoes.
Correct.
Okay, not to be confused with our red peppers.
Right.
Is that good?
Good. Now you want to go ahead and just give that a good stir.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and sweat that down a little bit.
Alrighty. Now tapas is like family style, right? It's like you get a bunch of different plates you share with everybody. Is that?
Yeah. What tapas is small plates.
Okay.
It's eating up small plates, and back in Spain they used to, when they would serve wine in these little bars, they used to put like a crostini, a little piece of bread over the glass, and that was a tapas.
Ah.
And then they just became famous over the course of their time of having small plates.
Okay.
So it's a great way to try a lot of food and to share in the past with a group of people that are with you.
Okay.
And that stuff. So after we sweat this down, you kind of just want to let that go a little bit.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and add some rice to this. The rice that we have is a very special rice. This is bomba rice. It's a small grain rice that is grown in Spain. Very small grain. It's a lot similar to like risotto.
Oh yeah.
Rice
yeah,
for Spain, for Italy, excuse me. So you want to go ahead and add some rice. Not all of it, about half of it.
Half of it.
A little bit more. That's great.
Okay.
And now you want to go ahead and stir that in, and we want to kind of toast the rice a little bit.
Okay.
So you want to just go ahead with that toast.
Okay.
Okay. Just keep toasting that around. Just get it stirred. You want to blend in with the vegetables and the oil.
Okay.
And that stuff.
All right. How long have you been working at the Tapas?
Well, Arpa's been open for a little over a year.
Okay.
Just a little over a year, and we're planning on moving into a bigger space.
Oh, really?
In the next couple of weeks, actually.
So it's doing very well then.
It's doing very well.
Alrighty, fantastic.
It's a great way
and how long have you been cooking?
I've been cooking for about 24 years.
Wow. Okay. Alrighty. When did you create this recipe?
Well, this is paella. Paella was created by about 1,000 years ago.
So you're not taking credit for it?
Not at all. We're just using local ingredients and and trying to be as authentic to real paella as we possibly can. What we want to do now, the chopped parsley mixture that we've made, chopped up, you want to go ahead and add that.
That would be this right here?
Right. Just
and I made that earlier with parsley, some garlic, and some sea salt, right?
Right, exactly. You want to just add that in there.
Alrighty.
Great. Also a little bit of red onion.
Red onion?
Yep.
Right here?
About half of that.
Half of this right here?
Yep.
Okay.
And
didn't we use white onion too? Why white onion and red onion?
Just the sweetness of the red onion.
I gotcha.
And then we want to
keep
go
it moving?
Yep, just keep it moving.
All right.
And at this stage, you want to go add some of the saffron broth that we made with the thing. We just want to go ahead and add that.
$50 saffron broth right there. That was what kind of broth was that again? I'm sorry.
That's a saffron fish broth.
Fish broth,
right.
Okay.
Now you just want to stir it and just keep stirring it, almost like when you're making risotto.
Okay.
And then you want to just keep stirring it around. You can leave your pan just stand here.
All right.
You'll hold it myself and just keep stirring.
Okay.
And you want to make sure that the key when you're cooking this type of dish, when your vegetables are hot and your rice is hot, you want to make sure that your stock is hot as well.
Okay.
It keeps everything at even temperatures and allows the rice to cook evenly.
So we're going to let this reduce and then what, add a little more stock in there?
We will.
Okay.
We definitely will in the thing. Now you can add a little bit of paprika.
Just a pinch or two?
Yeah. And this is a special paprika. It's a Spanish smoked paprika.
Smoked
flavor.
Is that enough or you want a little more?
That's great.
Okay.
And then go ahead and stir that in. Good?
Yeah. I was seeing if you could taste the smokiness of it. Alrighty. And so then that makes it a little more orange.
That does.
Alright.
Now we're going to go ahead and cut up some calamari to go into this dish.
Okay.
So we can
just leave that bubble?
Yep, just let that cook. I'll stir while you're doing that.
Okay.
And then you want to go ahead and we got some calamari.
Okay.
Some squid.
Right over here?
Right.
Okay.
And what you want to do is just cut the tentacles. I'll show you the first one. You just want to cut that into kind of big pieces.
Okay.
And that kind of stuff. But
big chunks.
What you want to look for when you do this, you want to see if there's the krill. The krill is the little plastic piece that's basically in it. It's this backbone. It's not in that one, so that was good. This one we did have a little piece in this. You want to?
I feel a little in here.
Yeah, you want to just go and pull that out. You don't want to eat that.
Okay. How would you get it out?
You just got to get in your finger.
All right. Oh, there we go. That's what we were looking for right there. Yeah. So not good to eat.
Not good to eat.
Okay.
Really not thing.
All right.
And then you want to just go ahead and cut that up. We're going to add the calamari into here. Now squid, as everybody knows, loves calamari, the fried version of squid. Calamari, squid basically, there's two ways of cooking squid. One is fried, flash fried, quick. And the other way is to cook it for a long period of time and braising, which that's what we're doing right here. We're going to cook it in this rice dish.
I tried to grill mine, but it kept falling through the little slats into the coals, and it's just horrible. Okay. Oh, good to know. Important tip. You want mine
just
too?
Just put it in there.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Do you need any more?
Well,
that's
the
pieces?
Yep, we can go ahead and throw those in.
Oh, really? Oh, these are the little suckers.
Yep. Just throw those in whole.
Wow. And that's its little mouth right there.
Correct.
Right there, and the little suckers. Ooh.
And now, if it has the mouth on it, you want to pinch that out.
Okay. Oh, we do?
Yep, just squeeze it and pull it all out.
Ooh! Wow. That's interesting.
And just throw that in there.
You want this one too?
Yep, we'll go ahead and throw them all in there.
This one's mouthless. And this one. Alrighty.
Okay, great. And as we see, most of our liquid is being reduced, so we want to go ahead and add some more.
Okay.
So we'll add a little bit more.
And then you just keep stirring.
Just keep stirring.
Okay.
And at this point, we can go ahead and add our clams to it.
Oh, add our clams?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll show you how to add the clams. What you want to do, clams have been washed and cleaned. We want to add our clams sticking straight up so that they open. That they open upward. And just want to put it through, wrong way.
Oh, straight up.
Straight up.
Straight up. Mouth,
so they
side,
can open.
Front. I gotcha. Okay.
And that's probably good right there.
One more here.
There you go.
All right. And what about our other seafood?
Well, at this point, we can go ahead and add our other seafood to this.
So do we have to stick those guys straight
up?
Well,
the mussels I would. You know, the mussels we put in maybe in between the clams.
We'll get that one later. Yeah. Okay. And so we're doing a little pretty flour assortment here.
Correct.
And then what do we do with it?
Well,
do we let it bubble here on the stove, or do we have to put it someplace else?
We'll probably throw it into the oven and let it finish cooking in the oven. We're going to add our grouper and our monkfish pieces in there.
Monkfish, okay.
And that.
Do you need any more?
We can probably put that in there.
Okay.
Our shrimp that we've cooked off. Put that in there. You're going to want to stick it down into the rice itself.
Okay.
Let it all cook.
Alrighty.
And then we'll top off with our beautiful large prawns.
With our guys with the heads.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. We'll have him peering up there, him looking there. Okay. When we come back, I'm going to talk to Eris Ragazeus, and we're also going to be putting this in the oven when Carolina Cooking continues.
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Welcome back to Carolina Cooking. I'm here with our wine expert, Eris Ragazeas, in the wine cellar at the 700 Kitchen Cooking School. And Eris, we just put our paella in the oven. We got, it just smells incredible. We got shellfish in there. We got the rice and so many flavors in there. What would you pick to go with something like this?
Well, you've got a dish with a cornucopia of flavors. I wanted a wine with a cornucopia of flavors to go with it.
Okay, all right.
And so what I picked was the Robert Mondavi Fumé Blanc.
Okay.
And I love Sauvignon Blanc and shellfish. To me, they're just a natural hit.
Wait, but you said it was a Fumé Blanc. Isn't that different?
No, not really. It's the same grape variety. This is made from the Sauvignon Blanc grape, but the name was invented by Robert Mondavi.
Oh, really?
He needed a new name because Sauvignon Blanc got a very bad reputation in California for a long time because they were making the wines very heavy, not refreshing, and not very food friendly.
Okay.
And he changed the style completely, made it very refreshing, good cut of acidity, not heavy, but a lot of flavor, added a little kiss of oak. But he needed a new name to avoid the bad reputation of Sauvignon Blanc, so he called it Fumé Blanc.
Where did he get a name? Where did he get Fumé from?
Well, there's a region in the Loire Valley called Puy-Fumé, and they make some of the greatest Sauvignon Blancs in the world.
Okay.
So he took the Fumé, the Puy from there.
Okay, and so then he came up with Fumé Blanc.
He came up with Fumé Blanc instead of Puy-Fumé, which is the region.
Yeah, so now do they still grow Sauvignon Blanc there?
Oh, sure. Sure, they make a lot. That's one of the best places in the world to make Sauvignon Blanc.
It came back in fashion though, right?
Now it is.
Okay.
And that little kiss of oak was a stamp that Robert Mondavi put on the Sauvignon Blanc. And a lot of people in California do that now. In the Loire Valley, they mostly don't.
Okay.
But because of his initiative, a lot of the California wines have that little touch of oak.
Okay.
And that, again, adds a little complexity to make it go with some of the myriad flavors in the dish. Okay. Plus, it's got that good, refreshing cut of acidity that'll slice right through everything.
Yeah. So, how did he do this? How did he save the Sauvignon Blancs? Did he introduce a new wine? I mean, was it just the Fumé that saved it, or? Well,
people liked the wine. They didn't realize at first that it was Sauvignon Blanc, maybe.
Ah, okay.
But now that it's got its reputation back, a lot of the wineries are going back to Sauvignon Blanc.
That's really interesting. Yeah. Unfortunately, I gotta run and get my paella out of the oven when Carolina Cooking continues.
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Hi, welcome back to Carolina Cooking. I'm here with Tom Condren from Arpa-Spanish Tapas Bar in Charlotte, North Carolina. Executive chef down there, right?
Correct.
Alrighty, and we have our paella in the oven.
Right, which is almost done.
Almost done, and so what are we doing now?
Now we're just going to go ahead and cut a lemon in half.
Okay.
Dip it in sugar, and just go ahead and pan roast it.
Why are we doing this?
It gives just a great flavor. You squeeze it on there, and it kind of gives it a little sweet and sour taste to it.
Alrighty.
Dip it good. And
so it's a garnish, right?
And an edible garnish, actually.
An edible garnish.
Because we're going to squeeze it onto the shellfish.
Alrighty, and so that goes in there and sautés.
So just let that go.
Alright.
And then we're going to go ahead and pull out our paella out of the oven.
Oh, okay. Well, let me get the door for you.
Okay.
Ooh. That smells incredible. Look at that. Wow. Our fish is all, our shellfish is all done. Everything decided to open up for us, so we don't have anything to take out.
Right.
Now what do we need to do?
You're going to add a little bit of scallions, just some grizzle scallions around there.
All right. Ooh, look at that right there, okay. A little more?
Yeah, could do a little bit more, great.
All right.
And then you're going to get a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
Uh-huh.
And you're just going to lightly pour, just put your finger over and just lightly pour around it.
Finger over and lightly pour around.
You can do a little bit more.
Okay. Okay.
And we're going to take our lemon. We're going to just push our lemon right over here. We'll take this off the heat.
All right.
And we're just going to squeeze our put our lemon
if
right there.
I can borrow that from you.
Sure.
All righty. Ooh, look at that right there. We're calling that done, right?
That is done.
Whew, that's incredible looking. Well, let me get you a glass of white here, Robert Mondavi. that Eris recommended for us. Pour you a glass. And I'm going to give this a try and see what it tastes like. I'm going to get myself one of the shrimp here. Alrighty, and feel free to dig in, get a fork if you'd like, or if you want to use fingers like me. Ha, 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 ha. Maybe I'll wait for a second. Good and hot. Wow, that is incredible. Get a little wine to wash it down.
Cheers.
Some Fumé Blanc. And wow, if you'd like it's nothing to do with the wine. It went down the wrong way. If you would like to know more about the Robert Mondavi wine, our Paella recipe, if you'd like to know more about Chef Tom or the Tapas Bar restaurant there in Charlotte, North Carolina, visit our website at www.carolinacooking.tv. I'm Tom Zelenka, and that's Carolina Cooking.
Cheers.
Good job.
Thanks.
Go to carolinacooking.tv for the recipes featured on this show. Plus, on carolinacooking.tv, you'll find more information on the wines, chefs, and foods of Carolina Cooking. That's carolinacooking.tv.
Carolina Cooking is filmed on location in 700 Kitchen Cooking School at the Mansion on Forsyth Park Hotel in Savannah, Georgia. For details on their hands-on cooking classes, call 888-711-5114 to book a class.